33 engines, 17 million pounds of thrust, one shot to change the future of spaceflight. But what happens when you lose control? In space. This is the story of Starship's most ambitious test yet, and its fiery fall back to Earth. What you're about to witness is not just a rocket launch, it's a glimpse into the future, a fiery ascent to the stars, and a thunderous return to Earth. This is Starship Flight 4, a moment etched into space history. Part 1. The launch. 40 seconds after ignition, the Earth trembles. All 33 Raptor engines on the massive Super Heavy booster are lit. A perfect ignition, a rarity, a triumph of engineering. The ground shakes, the sky lights up. From below, it's a hell of a sight, a glowing inferno clawing its way upward. Thousands watch from across Texas, millions more from around the world. And in Hawthorne, California, the SpaceX Control Center, cheers erupt as telemetry confirms everything is nominal. The rocket pierces through maximum aerodynamic pressure. Max Q, the moment of greatest stress on the vehicle. And this time, the booster is flying for the second time. Reusability, not a dream, not a theory, a reality unfolding before our eyes. Part 2. Hot staging. One of the most critical moments is seconds away. Hot staging. A bold move. Instead of waiting for full stage separation, the second stage, Starship, ignites while still attached to the booster. It's risky, violent, but necessary for efficiency. The outer engines on the booster shut down. The 6 Raptor engines on Starship fire up, and then separation. A perfect flip maneuver from the Super Heavy booster, something never done before, flipping itself straight upward using its own thrusters. The crowd goes wild. The booster begins its journey back down, and Starship races towards space. Part 3. The booster return. She mission for the booster isn't to survive, but to teach. It's not coming back to land today. Instead, it will perform a high angle of attack re-entry, testing control systems like never before. 13 engines relight, then 3, then just 1. Pushing limits, gathering data, pushing the edge of what's possible. Telemetry drops out during landing burn. Moments later, confirmation. The booster has been lost, as expected. A hard splashdown in the Gulf. Not a failure, a sacrifice for knowledge. Part 4. Starship's ascent. Meanwhile, Starship, 6 engines roaring, continues upward. Earth curves behind it. The blackness of space creeps in. The vehicle performs beautifully, climbing toward its planned suborbital trajectory. Every second, every kilometer, another milestone is crossed. We reach SECO, second engine cutoff. Starship has made it. She's in space. Part 5. The payload test. Now comes another test. Opening the payload bay door. One day, this will deploy Starlink satellites, cargo, even humans to Mars. But today, it's just a test. The command is sent. The door begins to move. It jams. The actuator struggles. The door doesn't open all the way. A minor hiccup. But in space, nothing is small. They decide to close the door and move on. Part 6. The unexpected spin. Then, another problem. Leaks. Somewhere inside Starship, fluids escape. Systems are stressed. Attitude control is lost. Starship begins to spin. It's a familiar story. Flight 3 ended this way too. But each time, we learn. And each time, we reach a little further. With the vehicle spinning, Raptor engine relight is skipped, but the mission isn't over yet. Part 7. The final act. Starship is now headed toward re-entry. No control. No heat shield orientation. just a massive spacecraft tumbling toward Earth and into the Indian Ocean. SpaceX makes the call: passivate the vehicle. They vent out the remaining fuel, remove risk, prepare for a fiery descent. The skies are cleared, the sea below empty. Ready at 1400 degrees, the plasma builds. Fire engulfs the ship, a flap melts, visibly giving way to the heat, but telemetry holds. Starlink keeps feeding us signal. Even in failure, the data flows. Starship does not survive the re-entry. But this was never about perfection. This was about progress. This was about pushing boundaries, about testing, failing, learning, evolving. Every flame, every flip, every failure takes us one step closer to Mars, to a multiplanetary future. This was Flight 4, and it was incredible. From the perfect 33-engine ignition, to a flawless hot staging, to re-entry flames lighting up the sky. This is the path forward, and the journey is just beginning. If you believe in this dream, in this journey, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay with us for the next launch, because we're going back, and someday we're going beyond.